a lot of brands, there's no life cycle, kind of like what we touched upon before. They're immortal. Walmart is kind of the Rocky Balboa, you say, of retail, right? Because it's taken enough punches to face, to not be around anymore. Though throughout its existence, whether it's legal troubles, recessions, it's come out unscathed because it's proactively adjusting by creating continuous improvements, by operationalizing these quick solutions for customers and making sure that they handle those problems. Talk to me a little bit more about that because a lot of people say, there's these growth cycles in a company, and once they reach that mature level, it's all downhill from there.
Well, if you think about the typical growth curve that you kind of learn in business school, it kind of looks like a bell, right? And so you have this period of rapid growth when you're gaining distribution, and then little by little, the idea is that as you crest that peak, that your brand kind of enters the maturity stage, and little by little, its growth has to, go down, and eventually your brand has to, I don't know, go to the big brand cemetery in the sky. So that's a graph where, you've got revenue growth on the y-axis and time on the x-axis. And so the idea is it's gotta, intrinsically, it's got to decline over time. What we would say is that this is a misinterpretation of the fact. The fact is that while it looks like the brand is declining over time as it gets mature, what's really happening is that the brand is accumulating negative associations over time. And so we've had tremendous success in being able to add a lot of positive associations at that point, just where it's starting to slow down, and breathe new life into the brand to give it a whole new wave of growth, so that instead of going like this, the brand curve goes like that. And that's just a really great example of some of these myths that we have in marketing, that, oh, a brand gets old, it enters its maturity cycle, its growth has to go down. It's not that at all. It's the accumulation of negative associations have entered your connectome. And if you're not actively getting rid of them the way Walmart does, constantly evolving, constantly adding new associations, if a brand is not constantly growing in the mind, it is declining, it is stagnating. It's just like people. People have to constantly grow. Otherwise, we don't thrive. And so brands and people are very similar. I mean, you can really almost think of a brand as a living thing, because it's either thriving or it's declining, it's contracting. And what we need to do as brand leaders is we need to be gardeners. We need to be taking really good care of our brand connectome so that we keep feeding it all the right positive associations. And if we do that, it can become a full grown tree and live forever.